I wrote about a review, a movie called Sonic. I hope they would go to the movie after they read this book. I feel proud of myself that I've done such hard work and I've written so much and I'm proud of myself. I feel excited to write new sentences and words.
You used very big words, I saw that. Did you learn new big words?
Yes.
Yeah? What kind of words did you learn?
Recommend and opinion, interesting, inventing.
When you're teaching students how to use these skills in their writing, you're really empowering them to not only become better writers, but to also become more creative, to become more imaginative. And I think that's what's really great about it.
Children are born storytellers. They know how to tell a story. They know how to create a hook. They know how to create an introduction, a body, and a conclusion with self-reflection and literary devices such as metaphors and similes, and writing, even using onomatopoeia to express, sounds and things like this. They know how to do all this stuff. They're born with it, and they grow up. And somehow through schooling, in a very traditional schooling method, they lose the ability to do this. And so, the Mark Twain quote comes to mind, never let school get in the way of your education. In that sense, by the time they come to 12th grade and they have to write a college entrance essay, some kids just can't do it because they've lost those skills.
We begin with a mini lesson. That's the teacher teaching them a strategy.
I've written a book about how to play chess. My favorite part is the warning, because it's important you follow the warning, because you shouldn't lose any of the pieces or you can't play chess. I've written about how to ride a scooter. I've written a book how to play drums. My favorite part is making a list. I wrote how to cook noodles.
These children have started with the writing workshop, and their first unit is procedural writing, that is teaching book. It's also called how to. So children, this is the first step for children to think of they are the heroes of their work, and they have to present their work with their thoughts, something that they're good at. There's a lot of buzzing and happiness and excitement, name it, and it's all happening in the class. And I can see children now from the time they walked in today, they're like, what time my parents are coming and I'm ready with my book, I want to present this part. I can hear them interacting with their peers and saying, this is my favorite part, what's your favorite part? I'm going to speak about this. You're going to speak about your warning. I liked, and they're also giving feedback to each other even without me telling them.
We're more involved in what the kids is doing, right? So all these activities also gives us confidence that okay, the kids, they are into a right track and they're learning, and whatever they're learning, they're presenting, good or bad. It's not for that point, but they're learning and they're building confidence that they're presenting it. They feel happy when they come back home that they've accomplished some things, right? So that is more important for us, and that is the idea why we are here also in Inventure, and I see very better things in future as well.
I'm teaching students who are between the age of 7 to 8 years. And I think we think that opinion writing is only for adults. But the students nowadays, they're exposed to so much with the internet and the media. And they naturally seem to have a lot of opinions. So why not kind of, give them the right tools to use to be good at expressing their opinions. So I think opinion writing that way really helps them kind of navigate through the things that they want to say. So it's helpful as a life skill also, not just for writing.
Really hard to write because I had to structure paragraphs and I had to write more. So I had to think what I would write. Like, it was really difficult.
Do you want to go before me? I offered. He thanked me, and the staff member hooked him up and he started climbing. I told my friend, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. Purab, it's your turn.
This is a great learning. We have just learned about how to write essays, but here they are actually teaching us steps of how to create the heart of the story, the feelings. How do I add feelings? How do I create a movie in the mind of the readers? So when my readers are reading my work, they should have that kind of experience that I had actually felt when I was going through that moment myself.
My favorite part was creating the heart of the story. It was really fun. Stretching the story out a lot and putting all those little details in the story. It was good. My mom was really impressed about how long I wrote it because regularly I complain a lot for writing like a little bit. So my mom's really impressed of me writing all. I learned about myself that I can write in a longer duration. It needs a little practice, but I think I'll get it.
As soon as that juice touched my tongue, I bursted with energy. Yum, I said. It was so good.
Initially, I did have trouble where the students were like, oh, I have to write so many drafts. But now they want to do it themselves. I do not have to tell them. They say that, ma'am, I don't think this draft is okay. I think I want to rewrite it. I think that in itself is an achievement.
I've never written so much before, and it's the first time I've published a book.
I think the core of writing is thinking, and I think you guys are doing a damn good job of getting them to think. Writing will come. I mean, with these days you can just use your voice to write. Handymanship is not such an important thing for me. So I don't have much except saying good work, thank you. This has been lovely.
As soon as I give my example that, okay, these are the things that I'm going to learn and let me give you my example. And then I write my small moment and I write my personal narrative and I tell them that, this is what had happened to me. See, this is the action, this is the dialogue, and these are the feelings that I had. Now let's see you trying it. So we go step by step. We do not want them to write a whole personal narrative in a day or two. They have to go step by step. So I think that builds the interest as soon as the teacher is involved. I think that's very, very important.
I think to have a structure and some tools to actually bring their thoughts into something concrete is just so powerful and beautiful. I think the power of expression is such a gift.
We all live in our heads and we all have narratives, and I think just to try and focus to clear out that narrative and get a crisp, clear understanding of what we are thinking also is very helpful, because if you just leave it at thought, it is just going to go all over, and if you just also try and put it on the paper, it kind of forces you to finish that thought.
More than just writing, is it not? Because it's also about sort of observing the world around with slightly wider eyes, of going on a little adventure and figuring out the words and the phrases and the metaphors, and to be able to put your heart and feeling and thought into it and express oneself, and also, sit here, offer it to the world, receive feedback. I think it's just so much more than writing. The writing itself is so powerful.
The teacher is just a facilitator, and she's there to guide them and help them with the strategies. But apart from that, children are bringing out their best and their work through this program.
I do hope we have many such adventures, and she allows me into her head a little more. And I'm very grateful to Inventure for providing a space for that to come out as well. I do believe that after coming here, she's become a little more expressive, and I'm extremely grateful for that.
At this level, I would say to express your feelings, because I'll give you a lovely example. I have a child in grade 3 who he had those feelings, but he was not able to share. But when you read his work, the way he has expressed his feelings and the way he has grown from his first draft to now, I think it's a beautiful way to express, because not everyone can express by speaking, but a lot of them can express by writing. So that's one thing for sure. I think it's very, very important.